Yo, it's Midas. Let's talk about the Palantir and SpaceX for the Pentagon. That's Anduril, where the IPO is coming soon. So disclaimer, everything said in this video is only for educational purposes. Make sure to always do your own research. So what is Anduril? I believe it's a privately held company that is possibly on equal levels with Palantir. And here's why. It has the same type of autonomous defense system where they build AI-powered drones, very similar to Palantir, surveillance towers, and submarines for border security, battlefield awareness, and threat interception. They also offer this OS where the software integrates data from all hardware to deliver real-time commands, control, and autonomous decision making. These are some of its products where, like I mentioned, some autonomous air vehicles for the US military, some autonomous air systems, which are like, drones, as well as autonomous underwater vehicles like submarines for the US military. And all of these different defense vehicles are all leveraged using AI. And one of the main reasons why I'm so bullish on Anduril is because of Palmer Luckey, who is the CEO. He's one of the most innovative tech CEOs of this generation, comparable to Tesla CEO Elon Musk and Palantir CEOs Alex Karp. He is the founder of Oculus Rift, which was then sold to Meta. And then from there, he now is at Anduril Industries as CEO. So, based on his track record, he's a tech prodigy. He built these Oculus VR headsets back in his garage, I believe back in college, which is quite insane. He also believes in Silicon Valley's values for national defense, where Wall Street meets that defense narrative. I'll be making a video on why this is and why defense is the next wave of hypergrowth. You can see it around the world too, with Israel versus Iran, Trump getting involved, the US getting involved, and just a lot of war brewing and possibly World War III. Companies like this that are building military for the US are going to be very successful. They also have multiple partnerships, one of them being OpenAI, where they partner with them to advance the US artificial intelligence leadership and protect US and allied forces. They have a partnership with Meta, where recently they landed a partnership with Anduril for military XR, which is basically creating a VR headsets for the US military that could help them, see more, see different things, and that's through the use of AI. Another partnership with Scale AI was introducing Thunderforge, AI for American defense. So, like I mentioned, Anduril, Palantir, they are landing all these military contracts that would help leverage our US defense as well as with AI. Now, my bull case for Anduril is that they have reinvented the business model of defense contracts. Most defense contracts pay by the hour, but Palmer made Anduril a product-based company. So they own the product IP and sell it as is. That means it's more or less a software as a service model for military hardware. With military, they're not able to change technologies very quickly or go through a lengthy process. So as long as the US military uses Anduril as a product, they have to continuously pay for the revenue stream of updating the software, maintenance of the software, updates to the software, which are just going to be stacking up every single year. So this is a very steady income stream. This model scales like a tech startup, not like a government contractor. They also offer consumer grade tech team for military problems. So Anduril hires from SpaceX, Apple, gaming studios, even Pixar, because what they focus on is user experience and software quality, which is quite rare in defense. Like you might see other technology softwares in defense being very slow and sluggish because they're just meant to do the job. Well, Anduril is completely different because what it does is that it tries to make applications that are suited for anyone to use, that are easy to use, and are user friendly. So this is the first time you might see military hardware that feels like the iPhone era technology. They're also backed by Peter Thiel, who also backed Palantir, Facebook, Stripe, PayPal, and LinkedIn. So many of these large companies before they even exploded. They're also one of the companies working on Trump's 175 billion Golden Dome plan, which consists of Palantir, Lockheed Martin, RTX, LHX. Another reason why I'm pretty bullish on Anduril is because of the macro tailwinds happening around the world, where there's a rising global tensions, US defense modernization, and autonomy-focused military strategies, which create a perfect storm of demand for Anduril's drones, AI surveillance, and battlefield systems. It's part of the Wall Street meets defense hypergrowth sector, which consists of Palantir, Big Bear AI, where a lot of these companies are leveraging their AI models and the technology they use in order to better help our nation's military systems with technology. And that's all I got for today. Here is the Palantir X SpaceX play for the US Pentagon, and that's Anduril. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.